Excuse me, would you happen to know where the nearest coffee shop is? Huh? Would you happen to know? Does that just mean, do you know? Let's find out. What's up guys, my name is Shane and today we are talking about asking for and giving directions in English. This is a very important topic for students learning English because many students learn English to go traveling or to study in a different country. And I'm sure you already know basic phrases like go straight, turn right, turn left. So today I'm going to teach you basic phrases you can use to ask for and give directions like a native speaker. So make sure you watch until the end of the video so you know how to ask for directions like a native speaker and so you know how to give directions like a native speaker. Okay, let's get started. Let's pretend you are in Australia and you're looking for the Sydney train station. You're on the street and there are many Australian people walking towards you and you want to stop one of them to ask them for directions. I know you know how to say, where is the train station? That's very basic stuff, right? Everybody knows that. But what are some phrases that you can use to stop someone for directions and ask them? The first one is, excuse me, do you know where the train station is? Excuse me, do you know where the train station is? It's very important that you say excuse me first, because if you don't, the person you're talking to might not realize that you are talking to them and they might just walk right past you. And after we say excuse me, we say, do you know where the train station is? Do you know where the train station is? This is a more polite way than just saying, where is the train station? Because if you just say, where is the train station? It sounds a little bit not polite. It's more polite to say, excuse me, do you know where the train station is? And when native speakers say this really fast, it sounds like this. Excuse me, do you know where the train station is? Excuse me, do you know where the train station is? We don't say, excuse me, we just say, excuse me. We don't say, do you, we say, do you know where the train station is? Excuse me, do you know where the train station is? Now you try. Excuse me, do you know where the train station is? The second phrase is, excuse me, would you happen to know where the train station is? Excuse me, would you happen to know where the train station is? Remember, it's very important to say excuse me at the start so the person stops and knows that you are talking to them. And would you happen to know, it just means do you know. It's just a more polite way to say do you know. And when a native speaker says this really quickly, it sounds like this. Excuse me, would you happen to know where the train station is? Excuse me, would you happen to know where the train station is? We don't say excuse me again, we say excuse me. And we don't say would you, we say would ya, would ya. Excuse me, would you happen to know where the train station is? Now you try. Excuse me, would you happen to know where the train station is? And the third phrase native speakers often use to ask for directions is, excuse me, I'm looking for the train station. Do you know where it is? Excuse me, I'm looking for the train station. Do you know where it is? Remember, very important to say, excuse me, and I'm looking for the train station. Do you know where it is? It's just a more polite and longer way to say, do you know where the train station is? And when a native speaker says this really quickly, it sounds like this. Excuse me, I'm looking for the train station. Do you know where it is? Excuse me, I'm looking for the train station. Do you know where it is? We don't say excuse me again. We say excuse me. We don't say I'm looking. We say I'm looking. I'm looking. And we don't say do you know. We say do you know. Do you know. So it sounds like this. Excuse me, I'm looking for the train station. Do you know where it is? Now you try. Excuse me, I'm looking for the train station. Do you know where it is? Okay, now we know how to ask for directions in English like a native speaker, but how do we give directions in English like a native speaker? What would you say if someone came up to you and said, "Excuse me, would you happen to know where the train station is?" The first thing a native speaker will say is probably yes or no, right? So if the native speaker wants to say no, he'd probably say something like, "No, sorry, I don't know where it is. You might have to ask someone else." "No, sorry, I don't know where it is. You might have to ask someone else." But if the native speaker wants to say yes, they will normally start by saying how far they think it is. So they might say something like, "Yes, it's about a 5-minute walk from here." Or, "Yes, it's about a 10-minute taxi ride from here." Or, "Yes, it's about 5 minutes on the train." And then after that, they will start to give you directions. And I know you know how to say "go straight" in English, but native speakers sometimes say different expressions to describe going straight. The first one is "go along." Go along. For example, "go along the road." This just means follow the road. So if the road turns right, then you turn right. If the road turns left, then you turn left. Another way to say "go straight" is "follow the road." Follow the road. So you could say "follow this road for 100 meters." So that means the same as "go along." If the road turns right, then you turn right. If the road turns left, then you turn left. And another phrase that native speakers like to use is "go straight up the road." Go straight up the road. This just means go straight, follow the road. And when native speakers are giving directions like this, normally they will give you a time or a distance. So they might say, "Go along the road for about 100 meters," or "walk straight up the road for about 300 meters," or "follow the road until you get to a really big intersection." Now, I know you know how to say "turn left," but sometimes we don't need to turn left, we just need to go slightly left, a little bit to the left. And in this situation, we can say veer left. Veer left. So now I'm going straight towards the camera. This is veering left, just a little bit to the left. So you could say something like, "Go straight up the road and then you will have to veer left." So this does not mean turn, it just means slightly go to the left. And this is the same with turn right. A lot of times you don't have to turn right? You might just have to go a little bit to the right. So in this situation, again, you can say veer right. So for example, I could say follow the road for 100 meters and then veer right. So that means I follow the road, whichever way the road is going, and then I veer right. I go slightly to the right. And another important word you need to know when giving directions is past. P-A-S-T. Go past. What does past mean? Well, let me show you. I start here. I walk until I get to the restaurant. So now I am next to the restaurant. Then I keep walking. Now, have I gone past the restaurant? Yes or no? Yes, I have. So past means when you go further than a particular point. So the particular point here is the restaurant, but now I have gone past it. This is a very important word to use when giving directions, because a lot of the time we use things on the street, things on the road to give directions. For example, go past the intersection or go past the shopping center. And the final phrase we normally use to finish giving instructions is "it's on your left" or "it's on your right." On your left means if you're looking forward, I'm looking forward at the camera right now. So on my left is to the left. I have to turn left to get there. So I could say the train station is on the left, or on your left, or on your left-hand side. All of these phrases are correct, and it means on the left, on the left-hand side, to my left. And with the right-hand side, it's exactly the same. So I am looking at the camera now. On my right-hand side is over here. I have to turn right to get there. So you could say, and the train station is on your right, or on the right. All of these phrases are correct, and they just mean the same thing. You have to turn right to get there. We have learned some new phrases and words for giving directions, but how do we put them together? How do we make sentences and actually give directions like a native speaker? Well, I have seen many infographics and many pictures and many videos which say, when you're talking about something in a sequence, you must use words like first, then, finally, after, next. But this is simply not true. Most native speakers, when giving directions, do not give directions like this. They don't say first, go straight, then turn left. After that, go straight until you get to the intersection. And finally, your destination is on your left. That's simply not how native speakers speak. So if someone asked me, excuse me, would you happen to know where the train station is? My answer would sound something like this. Yeah, it's about a 5-minute walk from here. Just go straight up this road, and when you get to the intersection, turn left, and then follow that road along for about 200 meters. You will walk past a Chinese restaurant, and then the train station will be on your right-hand side. So if you listen to me just then, I used words like and then. I didn't say first, I didn't say finally, I didn't say next, I didn't say after that. Most native speakers do not say these words. Sometimes they do, yes, but a lot of the time they just say and or and then.